zones. Again, you know who it is. The weekend is upon us. And man, we have a lot to get into. Football season right around the corner. But I want to start small and build my way up. I want to stay around here close to home first. So when you hear me say stay close to home, that means I'm here in the 316 area code. I'm in the Wichita area. And not too far up the road, there's a school. And I had the chance to get this young man on my podcast. And the story's been out a while. And I know, shame on me for just not getting to it. But hey, at least I'm getting to it. The young man I'm talking about, very bright young man, has decided to step down from coaching. He resigned. And I know a lot of people probably didn't pay this no attention unless you are actually associated with that program or you play in that same division. But back on this story came out on July the 8th, so you know I'm late getting this to you, but at least, like I say, I'm getting it to you, the main thing. I'm getting it to you because some of y'all might not know about this just yet. But A.B. Stokes, like I said, his young man I had on my podcast, and like I said, he's a very bright young man, very intelligent young man. But Stokes resigns as head coach, and Daylon Markkham is named as interim coach. The Bethel College Athletic Department has announced the resignation of head coach A.B. Stokes and the appointment of Daylon Markkham as interim head coach for the upcoming season. We want to thank Coach Stokes for his time at Bethel College, stated Athletic Director Tim Schwartzendruber. Coach Stokes is a first-class person, and that is very true. Like I said, I had him on. He's, like I said, very bright, very intelligent young man. He is a first-class person and led our program with class both on and off the field. A.B. Stokes took over the helm during a time of uncertainty for the Threshers. He took over a program that had just come off of back-to-back KCAC conference championships and had nearly the entire coaching staff leave. I'm very thankful for my time at Bethel. I wish nothing but the best for the coaches, players, and Bethel community, Stokes said. I'm very confident in the plans for the future and have the utmost respect for Tim and Coach Markkham in all they do. He says, I'm also excited to get back to Oklahoma and continue the ministry I started there 2.5 years ago. During Coach Stokes' career, the Threshers won a conference championship in 2022, finishing with a 9-1 record. In 2023, the Threshers finished with a 6-5 record, including a 2013 victory over number 20th ranked Southwestern College, those Mound Builders. Stokes coached 44 All-KCAC selections and 7 NAIA All-Americans during his short return to the Threshers. My family and I can't thank Bethel enough for the opportunity. God bless, Coach Stokes finished. Daylon Markkham, who I'm going to have to reach out to, the defense coordinator under Coach Stokes, will take over as interim head coach for the upcoming 2024 football season. I am excited to have Coach Markkham as our interim head coach. Our defense has excelled under Coach Markkham since he arrived at Bethel College, A.D. Schwartzendruber stated. In order to have a great program, I firmly believe you must have a great defense. I am confident that Coach Markkham can continue our success in the football program. In 2023 season, Markkham finished his 3rd season with the squad, his first as the defensive coordinator. I'm excited for this opportunity. I would like to thank Tim for believing in me, Markkham said. I am ready to keep this program going in the right direction. The staff and players are ready to get back to work and have a great season. Under Markkham, the Threshers held their opponents to 23.3 points per game, giving up just 2.6 yards per rushing attempt and 5.44 yards per attempt through the air. The Thresher defense allowed just over 31% on third down conversions. Markkham concluded by thanking Coach Stokes. I would like to thank Coach Stokes for everything he's done for this program. We wish him well on his next endeavor. Prior to his coaching career, Markkham played at Harding University, where he compiled 155 solo tackles and 5 interceptions. He was able to earn a nod on the Don Hanson NCAA Division II All-America team in 2016, while also helping Harding win a conference championship in the same season. Markkham received his undergrad degree in criminal justice as well as an MBA from Harding University. So with all that being said, there are some more related stories to this. Like I said, I'm going to start local. Bethel College, and they're in North Newton, Kansas. The Bethel College Threshers football program is projected to finish 4th in the Kessinger division, according to both the media and coaches poll for the 2024 season. Bethel is coming off a solid season with a 6-5 record and will return 11 starters from the 2023 season. Among the returning players are quarterback DJ Sears, who earned second All-KCAC honors, and defensive end Jario Castillo Jr., who was named to the second team All-KCAC. This season marks the first under the leadership of interim head coach Daylon Markkham, who will look to build on last year's success. Bethel will start their season away at conference opponent Sterling College on August 31st at 7 p.m. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a look at the media poll so we can get you ready for the upcoming season. So the Kansas Collegiate Athletic Conference, KCAC, has released the results of the 2024 KCAC football preseason media polls, with Kansas Wesleyan University and Evangel University taking the top spots in the Bissell and Kessinger divisions, respectively. Media members voted on the predicted order of finish within both divisions. Kansas Wesleyan took home the top spot in the Bissell division preseason media poll, accumulating 93 points and 13 of 16 first-place votes. Ottawa University came in number 2 in the preseason poll with 81 points and the 3 remaining first-place votes. The Coyotes and Braves both finished 4-1 a season ago in division play, with the Braves earning a spot in the NAIA Football Championship Series in 2023. The number 3 and 4 spots were only separated by 5 total points, with Avila University at number 3 with 54 total points and Tabor College at number 4 with 49 total points. The University of St. Mary at number 5 was not far behind the Blue Jays with 40 total points. Sterling secured the number 6 spot with 19 points. So here's how it's looking, in case you didn't quite get the gist of that. Number 1, Kansas Wesleyan University. Number 2, Ottawa University. Number 3, Avila University. Number 4, Tabor College. Number 5, University of St. Mary. And number 6, Sterling College. It was a tight race for the number 1 spot in the Kessinger division, with Evangel earning the top spot with 87 total points and 8 of 16 first-place votes. Friends University was right behind Evangel with 86 total points and the remaining 8 first-place votes. The Valor took home the division title last year with a perfect 5-0 record in division play. followed closely by the Falcons, who had a 4-1 record within the division. The Valor earned a spot in the NAIA Football Championship Series in 2023, coming out of the Kessinger Division. Southwestern College, 59 total points, is ranked third in the Kessinger Division preseason media poll, followed by Bethel College at the number 4 spot with 46 total points. McPherson College is not far behind the Threshers, coming in at number 5 with 42 total points. Rounding out the Kessinger Division preseason media poll is Bethany College at number 6, accumulating 16 total points. So let me give that to you right again, straight rundown. Number 1, Evangel University. Number 2, Friends University. Number 3, Southwestern College. Number 4, Bethel College. Number 5, McPherson College. Number 6, Bethany College. So that right there was the media poll. Can you believe it? We're looking at football not too far away. It's hard to believe. But we're coming up on football season. It's almost like blink, and the next you know it's right there. So, tell you what I am going to do. I am going to take a break. When I come back, we're going to shift things around a little bit. But we're going to move forward here in the zone with yours truly, Anthony Smith. So don't you go nowhere. Stay locked in. We'll be right back. Welcome back to In the Zone with yours truly, Anthony Smith. I know that sounds strange playing some music like that coming back in from a break, doesn't it? But you know what? That's what makes this podcast so unique. You never know what you're going to get. I listen to a lot of talk radio and listen to a lot of music beds coming in from breaks, going out for a break. And, you know, it just amazes me. So, you know, I figure, let me just do my thing. And I think that music was very befitting because now when I say we're going to shift some things around, it's kind of like we're on a balancing bar or a beam or whatever you want to call it, a balancing beam. Because we're getting ready to talk about something that happened in the Olympics. You know, with everything that goes on sports-wise, there's going to always be a level of controversy. And the Olympics is not immune to it. As Jordan Chiles stripped bronze forces Simone Biles' gym to uncover FIG judges' errors after Romanian controversy. This story was reported 5 days ago, and social media just went off. Just where I'm at here in Wichita, there were some people airing out their comments. Some said that if they want that bronze medal off of her, they would have to wait 4 years and meet up in Los Angeles where the 2028 Olympics will be. Anyway, the IOC was met with controversy when deciding the winners of women's floor exercise at the Paris Olympics. Team USA did not like the original judgment by the judges at the event and called for re-evaluation. As a result, Jordan Chiles, who was originally in the 5th position, was moved up to the 3rd to receive the bronze. However, Romania contested this request by putting in another request for a reevaluation of the results. Eventually, the conclusion wasn't favorable to Team USA. Now, Simone Biles' Gymnastics Club World Champions Center has unveiled its own takeaway on this controversy. Simone Biles' club believes she may have been underscored. During the women's floor exercise, Rebecca Andrade came in first. Simone Biles was the second, and she took the silver. These two were clear winners, but the 3rd position was changed because it was first clear that Romania's Sabrina Maneka-Vanea won, but USA's coach Cecil Landy stepped up and asked for an inquiry. In a matter of seconds, Jordan Chiles earned the bronze. However, things turned around when the Romanian Olympic Committee, or the ROC, got involved in the situation. They took the case of Ana Barbosu and asked for a reevaluation. The final verdict saw the judges reverting Chiles' score to the original, and instead of giving Ana Barbosu the bronze medal, this decision saw a lot of backlash directed toward the judges. This is where WCC enters the scene. In a 7-tweet-long thread, they explain how the consequences of the bronze decision. And I do see the thread to tweet, but I'm not going to tweet it. I'm not going to highlight, or whatever you call it. The first that WCC raised was of Simone Biles. Their stance was that if the team wanted, they could have asked for a re-evaluation of Biles' score as well. This re-evaluation could also have resulted in a dramatic shift in the podium, putting the GOAT over Brazil's Andrade. The reason being underscoring. Later on, the official Twitter page of the club justified that they didn't mean to point out the Brazilian gymnast, but were clarifying that initial point, Jordan Chiles, also being WCC's star gymnast, was the reason for his tweet. The Romanian gymnast who overtook the U.S. athlete. At first, Sabrina Maneka-Vanea was expected to ascend to the podium for the bronze medal. However, Ana Barbosu from the same team executed the routine better than Sabrina did. This allowed her to gain some extra points during the re-evaluation. Consequently, she bagged the bronze medal by the verdict. This is a big achievement for the gymnast at the young age of 18. She did not slack in her training as the young gymnast had started, fueling her interesting in the sport bag in 2010, ever since she was 4. This is not where her achievement ends, but it is merely a beginning. Staying on track with her training, Barbosu eventually became a force to be reckoned with at the World Championships. Despite being a junior to most of the gymnasts at the Olympics this year, she still competed with excellent confidence, although it is true that questioning the judgment time and again will only create more doubts. It seems like Anna also deserved to be appreciated for her hard work at the event center. As for those who are unhappy with the decision, we should keep in mind that the athletes were not at fault for any of the controversy, and we must safeguard them for their efforts. Do you think Simone Biles should have won gold during the floor exercise event at the Paris Olympics. Whew! Man, that was a lot to unpack and unravel. So weigh in. Tell me, what do you think about the decision that was made? Be interesting to find out your thoughts on how you feel that situation was handled. Because even I myself came up with a theory. It basically goes like this. And I'm going to put that thought on hold because my thought just slipped my memory. But I tell you what I am going to do. I'm going to take another break. And when I come back, we're going to shift things around again. Right here in the zone on an early Friday morning. Hope you have a wonderful day today. Welcome back to In the Zone with yours truly, Anthony Smith. Early Friday morning. Not quite sure how long this podcast is going to be, but you're going to be honored with some good content. And like I said, the football season is right around the corner. However, could my beloved Dallas Cowboys end up becoming a dumpster fire? There's a headline that came out. Says Dak Prescott's possible departure won't be Dallas's demise. Trey Lance first live game action as a quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys left something to be desired. When he failed to lead a touchdown drive despite seeing action for most of the game, he didn't turn the ball over. Once again, he didn't turn the ball over. In the words of Dak Prescott, applaud him for that. Y'all know what that reference is. He ended up as the team's leading rusher in the 13-12 loss to the Rams in the preseason opener on Sunday. His arm, though, was the cause for concern. Lance ended the game 25 of 41 for 188 yards, adding 44 yards on 6 carries. His stat line had many of Dak's defenders crowing on social media. We'll set aside it was Lance's first live game action since 2022. We'll also set aside that he didn't have the starting line and skill players out there with him too. No, he didn't light it up on Sunday. No, he didn't stake his claim to being the opening game starter either. And no, he didn't supplant Cooper Rush as the backup to Prescott for that matter. He may not be the long-term answer if Prescott departs via free agency after this year. Neither could Rush. For the voices calling for Prescott to be overpaid, blowing up the Cowboys' salary cap for years at the same time. Lance's efforts are their Exhibit A. Exhibit B, per the post I've seen, is that Prescott's departure will usher in the return to the dismal years of 2001 through 2005. Y'all remember those years? That's when the Cowboys wandered the void in search of a starting quarterback. So, the wandering in the Sinai. For the 5 years after Troy Aikman retired following the 2000 season, the Cowboys started these quarterbacks. Quincy Carter, Anthony Wright, Ryan Leaf, Clint Stoner, Chad Hutchinson, Vinny Testaverde, and in some instances they called him Vinny Inceptiverde, Drew Henson, and are you ready for this next Drew? Drew Bledsoe. The combined record for these 8 quarterbacks from 2001 through 2005 was 35-45. By the time Bledsoe's run ended in the 2006 season, that record was 38-48, which means he went 3-3. Tony Romo's emergence as the starter finally ended the nightmare. Since then, Romo was the starter through 2015. Then Prescott took over in 2016 and has held the job since. Both have missed games because of injuries, but both were always the QB1 for every season. They have both had winning seasons and led the Cowboys to the playoffs in multiple years, but neither led Dallas past the divisional round. This year may be Prescott's last chance to do so. Now the fatal flaw. The fatal flaw. The logic of the defenders of Prescott is fatally flawed by an assumption. If Prescott leaves the Cowboys, will they immediately become the Carolina Panthers? You only have to look at the Philadelphia Eagles from 2017 to 2023 to expose that flaw. In 2016, the Eagles traded up to the 2nd overall pick. They took quarterback Carson Wentz. The next year, Wentz, before getting hurt, led the Eagles to the top of the division. The team went on to win the Super Bowl that year. Wentz got the Eagles to the playoffs in 2018 and 2019, but like Romo and Prescott, could not get past the divisional round. After the 2020 season, Wentz was replaced by Jalen Hurts. Hurts has made the playoffs in all 3 of his seasons, losing in the Super Bowl in 2022 at that. Clearly, the Eagles saw their current quarterback could not take them to that next step, so they went out and found one who could. Franchise quarterbacks are hard to find. Got that right. Finding a long-term answer at quarterback is not easy, but NFL teams don't win Super Bowls without one. Unless you're the Baltimore Ravens and have a defense that no one can score on. That was over 2 decades ago, so let's focus on getting a quarterback, shall we? If you can't draft one, you better be able to develop one. And that's where the Dallas Cowboys have fallen short ever since. Are you ready for it? Ever since Danny White became the starter in Dallas back in 1980, the Cowboys had White serve as a punter for years as he served as understudy for Roger Staubach. When White started to decline after leading the Cowboys to 3 straight NFC Championship games, Dallas never had its replacement at the ready. The Cowboys got lucky, though, when they landed Aikman in 1989. But again, they never worked on having his replacement ready. To which I must say, if you run the tape back, they might have had him ready in Steve Berline. But they let him get away. They got lucky again with Romo as well as Prescott. The luck always runs out, and it's looking like the Cowboys will have to rely on luck once again. And we're not talking about Andrew Luck either. Rush is 5-1 as a starter, though. If Prescott leaves, Rush might get them through a couple of seasons until they can draft and develop the new franchise quarterback. Lance is off to a shaky start and is looking less like he was worth a 4th-round pick after Sunday, but he still has room and time to grow. You know, one NFL team that hasn't had to rely on luck because they get the replacement early and give him time to grow into the job? You know who that team is? The Green Bay Packers. I know that hurts to say that, doesn't it, as a Cowboys fan. Since 1992, they have had 3 starting quarterbacks: Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers, and now Jordan Love. Rodgers served as Favre understudy for 3 seasons before replacing him. Love spent 2 years backing up Rodgers. Not the end of the world, however. Rush has been with the Cowboys since 2017. If Prescott leaves, Rush could step in, certainly for long enough to develop the next franchise quarterback. And again, Rush is 5-1 as a starter. That's a far cry from the dismal records from 2001 to 2005. Lance is starting his 2nd year with the Cowboys, his 4th in the NFL. He has the chance to develop into one as well. Does that mean that Rush or Lance are the next franchise quarterbacks in Dallas? Who knows? But it certainly means that Prescott's departure isn't automatically a return to the 5-11 seasons that this century began with either. So, we will keep our eyes on this situation. And hopefully, the Cowboys can get it right at quarterback. Matter of fact, hopefully they can get it right in the negotiating rooms with both Dak and especially C.D. Lamb. Because I'm telling you right now, if C.D. Lamb is not on the field first game of the season, Dallas could be in a lot of trouble, and then the offense could look very pedestrian-like. Anyway, that is going to do it for now. Until the next time, it's the weekend. Enjoy your weekend. Do whatever you're going to do, but make sure whatever you do, you're doing it safe. Because I want you back in the zone. Once again, this is Anthony Smith. It's the weekend. Get out and enjoy yourself. Until next time, be blessed. I'm out.